Hey guys, welcome back to the Omaha Places podcast. We're your hosts. My name is Connor and I'm the founder of Omaha Places and 402 Social.
And I'm Delaney, the digital content coordinator for Omaha Places.
All right. Do you want to kick us off this week? Places you've been.
Sure. Yesterday I went to Izzy's Pizza. Dan had recommended going there, and it's like a really cute, intimate place. And the pizza is so good.
Really?
And they have like a little patio out back, and it has cornhole and that little ring toss cook game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So I took one of my friends there, and he was just playing with that the whole time.
Wait, so did you go to their new brick and mortar?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's on 24th Street, so just a little west of downtown.
Oh, cool.
Just up the street from our office.
Oh.
Actually.
Oh my gosh.
So we should
do a little
definitely
team outing there.
Yeah, I was like, this is dangerous. I'm going to come here too often.
Whoa, wait, okay, just west of downtown? Yeah,
Yes.
that's like right by us.
Yeah.
We work out of Modus Co-working, if anybody knows Modus. They're fun.
But it would literally just be a quick little jaunt for us if we were downtown.
Oh my gosh, fun.
Yeah. And there was a cute little puppy there. So apparently they're dog friendly too. And they have like a little green space behind the patio for you to take your dogs and walk them around back there. But
Did you get patio pics?
yes, I did.
We should do, I don't know if you saw my note on this, but we should do a patios part 2 post.
We really should, because so many people were coming at us a little feisty.
That post did, like I knew that post was going to perform well. If you guys haven't seen our patios post, we did like a little patio roundup, kind of broke it down by neighborhood. And that went out like 2 days ago as of recording. And I sent it in our Slack channel. Within like 10 minutes, it had like over 500 likes. And I was like, oh,
People
crap,
really
this
love
is going to
their
be like a
patios.
big post. And I looked this morning, it has over 100 comments, both from businesses and from like other people. So I think we need a part 2.
But people feel really strongly about their favorite patio, which is great. We love all the comments.
Yeah.
Because then we can either go check out the place if we've never been there before or include it in the next post.
Yeah. So yeah, put
put
Izzy's
Izzy's
on the part 2
And
post.
it was just really nice. And I ate outside yesterday.
Oh, I love
And
it.
the only thing about it is they're adding like spicy margaritas and beers. But you have to
Okay.
like walk around the side of the building to get to the back. So I'm not really sure how they plan to like do that part. But
Oh, I see.
I wonder if they're going to have to bring it out through the back for you. Because, I mean, it's a tiny little shop. And you can see like them making the pizzas through this little like window.
Oh, I love when you can see them making things.
Yep. That's what it is. And then,
Fun.
yeah, it's just really good pizza.
Nice.
And I tried things I wouldn't normally try, of course.
We'll get into that more a little bit more later. Okay,
about
well,
you?
that's a good one. Okay, the first one that I wrote down was Cumbia. I went there what day is today? Yesterday?
Thursday.
I think I went there yesterday. I can't even remember. No, I went there on Tuesday. I went there 2 days ago. And so if you guys don't know what Cumbia is, it's like a tapas bar area. It is downtown also, like right by the Orpheum Theater. It's on 16th and Harney. But we actually had our very first Omaha Places event there like 2 years ago. Yeah, and then they closed down for a little while and then have just reopened now. They have like a whole new tapas menu, whole new drink menu. One of my friends he's the owner of Senti Gelato, which is in the Old Market. He has been like helping them with the menu. So he invited me in and I got to try some tapas and a couple drinks. And yeah, I'm just very excited that they have reopened because I feel like it's such a unique spot. Like I can't think of any other like just tapas spot in Omaha. They also have a patio. They have completely they haven't redone their inside, but I walked in and it was completely rearranged and it really threw me off. But they've done a good job with it. So I'm excited.
Does the guy who owns Senti have is he like a chef or how is he helping?
Yeah, I think his background is
in culinary arts.
Yeah. But then I'm not actually sure how he went from like
ice cream
food to gelato. But Senti is also super good. They think they're a couple months in now, but they have a brick and mortar in the Old Market.
I keep meaning to go check them out.
Yeah,
I'm
you
excited.
should.
I love everything like cold treat.
Yeah.
Ice cream is my favorite food.
Yeah. I feel like we've had an ice cream spot every single podcast that we've done that we've like talked about.
Well, it's summer now.
Yeah, that's true.
We have to.
Typical Helado, Dairy Chefs, and tea.
And the popsicle place. Did I talk about the popsicle place?
I don't think we have talked about the popsicle place.
Frio's has a little popsicle truck. They're like Frio's Gourmet Pops, but they have ice cream on a popsicle, and then they also have like fruit popsicles if you are lactose intolerant or have other like allergies. But it's really refreshing. We're hoping to like have them at our market maybe.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
We're still figuring it out, but it's a really good idea for the summertime.
Yeah, I invited them to come to our market, which our market is July 13th in Little Bohemia, so you guys should all come. But apparently you need like an umbrella permit to have like a popsicle cart. But I asked the girls who are helping us organize it, I was like, well, did so-and-so, like, did we have to get that permit last year? Because we had a cotton candy cart last year, and they were like, oh, we just didn't know about it last year, so we didn't do it. I was like,
Can we play ignorant this year?
Yeah. Now that we're putting it out into the world and saying this on the podcast, we can't play ignorant, but... But fingers crossed that we will be able to have the
What
popsicles.
if you just don't put up an umbrella? What if you have...
I don't know if it's... I think it might just be called an umbrella permit. I don't know if it actually entails an umbrella.
That's interesting.
But I don't know.
When
anything.
I moved to Nebraska, I never knew there were so many like restrictions to things.
Yeah.
Especially with signage.
Really?
Yes. So my brother works for a shoe company, and that shoe company has a location here. It's Brown Shoe Fit. Shout out to them. And my brother doesn't run that store, but I know some people who do. And they struggled so hard to get their sign up because of all the permit issues.
Weird.
And they had put it in so far in advance. So that's why a lot of businesses have banners for so long. Is because of that sign permit.
Interesting.
Whenever there's a new business.
Yeah.
So I think Cafe Botanica was having some problems. There's a new Afghan cuisine place in Benson that also just has a banner right now. I'm sure we'll get a sign up. But yeah, it's not just Browns. Like I've seen it all around, people being open before they could get their sign.
It's like one of those things that you don't necessarily pay attention to unless you like know about it.
I'm sure.
Now that you know, like you're seeing it everywhere.
But it's a heck of a process. And I was like, gosh, so strict.
I don't know like all the ins and outs of like permitting and like events and brick and mortars, but from what I've like the snippets that I've heard from people, I feel like it could be way easier. And like who knows why all of these restrictions are in place. I'm not to say that the city's at fault or anything, but it just doesn't seem like it should be that complicated to do some of this stuff. Yeah.
Well, at the Ozarks, because of that population, they put in a lot of stipulations like that too. So I don't know if it's just because we're a bigger city and we're continuing to grow, so they're trying to control some things. But yeah, similar stuff there. Like you have to get like a seawall permit, and you have to get a dock permit, and you have to, all of these little teeny tiny things.
Yeah. Well, thank God we have someone else doing the logistics of our market, because
to know
otherwise I would not be up to code at all if we were putting that on by ourselves.
Because I'd just be like, we're just having like a little sale.
Yeah. We're just girls putting on a little market. Okay, but yes, go to Cumbia. I think that's where we had left off. Where else have you been this week? We have some interesting places.
I've been a lot of places this week, it feels like. I went to the Hubbard Orangutan Exhibit at the Henry Dorley Zoo, and it was so cool. I guess I'd been there like last year. I had a pass and went there like a ton of times, but I had no idea how long it'd kind of been under construction. But it's so good to have it back. And the orangutans, like some of them were making like this call. Whoa. It was very distinct. I'm not going to like
recreate it.
because I look stupid. But it was really cool. And if you hear it, you'll like immediately reference back to it if you go and check it out.
Wait, reference back meaning like you would remember it
Yeah.
if you had been there before?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like it's just so distinct. Their call to each other.
Can you like see them making the call? Is it like they're talking?
Like it's like their face is like big and poofy and it's like,
oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
but yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Right before I took that video of the orangutan swinging back and forth on the like first clip of our video,
Yeah.
the zookeepers were like, Joey's getting ready to make that call. This is usually his tell.
Joey the orangutan. That's
Yes.
so cute. I love that.
So yeah, they have like a whole indoor exhibit. So kind of reminds me of like what the gorilla exhibit is on the inside. And then when you walk through that and outside, then it takes you like to the Indonesia feeling place.
Okay.
And you get to walk through there. And they have like a waterfall and the big jungle.
Cool.
So cool.
I need to go check
And
it
then
out.
the trail takes you to the gorillas eventually.
Oh, so it's like
you
right
just
next
keep
to
walking.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
Is the orangutan part, is that outside mostly?
It's kind of half and half, really.
Okay. Cool.
It kind of just depends on where they're at because there are like
Yeah.
3 locations they could be.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, it was super cool. So definitely check that out.
Yeah, pop off Henry Dorley. Okay, the next place that I went was One Tree Yoga. I had never done, I've done lots of yoga classes, but never at One Tree. And I also did a hot yoga class. So actually, one of my friends is a teacher there. And so she did like a private class for some of the people from Exarban Run Club. So that was nice that it was like all people that we knew. It was like just our group. But it was so hard. And I know that I don't do good with like hot yoga or hot sculpt. Like when I was going to Lotus, like I avoided those classes. I just don't do good with heat. But I was like, it's fine. Like I want to take Lindsay's class and like all of our friends are going to be there. So I went and like I was fine. But at one point, Lindsay looked at me and she was like, Connor, sit down. So it was hard. And it was also a very different yoga class than I've ever taken. Like I'm not super knowledgeable about like yoga stuff, but I know there's much more like Western style yoga and then like more traditional style
Right.
yoga. And I think this was a lot more traditional. Like we didn't do any downward dog or anything like that, which I've never done a yoga class that didn't do
Interesting.
your typical like, I think it's
Flow.
called, yeah, the flow and like sun salutation, downward dog type thing. So that was really interesting too, but it was like 10 times harder, but you were doing, I don't even know what poses we were doing. I couldn't tell you. It was just, it was very
Wow.
different, but it was so interesting and like cool to try a different yoga class and to like take it from my friend who I
Right.
like wanted to take a class from her. So
I take a lot of yoga through Power Life.
yeah.
And so I'm used to just that, I guess. I wasn't super familiar with yoga prior to that, but I definitely am intrigued.
Yeah,
now.
it would, if you go to One Tree Yoga, it'd be a completely different yoga class than what you've taken at Power Life.
And I love morning hot yoga.
Yeah.
So I
okay,
feel like
so
I
if
would
you
die.
like the hot, you should go take one of Lindsay's hot yoga classes.
I will.
Yeah.
And I'll let you guys know how
But
it
yeah, it's a
goes.
very small studio. They just have one room, and it's like it's not hidden. Like you can see. I think they
Yeah,
have
where is it located?
It's like right off of Dodge in Dundee,
oh, okay.
but it's literally like right on Dodge.
I feel like I've seen it before.
yeah, they have a banner outside, not like an actual sign, but like a banner.
Is it new?
No, I think it's been around for
Okay.
quite a while. And it's right by that radio station
Yep.
on Dodge, like on the north side of Dodge. So yeah, go check it out because it'll
Test me.
test you. Yeah.
Oh, goodness. I thought bar was hard. So I still do think bar is
Bar
hard.
is hard. Bar is like deceivingly hard because you're barely moving, but you're like, how are my muscles like so
I've been
on fire right
forcing
now?
myself to go like 2-3 times a week to bar.
Do you do bar at Power Life?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I still haven't tried the sculpt class though, and I've been going to Power Life for a long time. I'm scared.
Isn't there that like what they're kind of known for too? Is
No
there sculpt
idea.
classes?
Well, they're very good. I keep hearing that.
Okay.
But I'm just like, I'm scared. I'm intimidated. I'm waiting to get better at bar before I go to sculpt.
You just gotta jump in the deep end.
I know. I just have to have a buddy to go with, like to suffer with together.
Yeah. Well, maybe we
That's
can
my
do a
main thing.
team sculpt class. That might be a little much. Delaney's giving me a look.
I go to Power Life all the time and I'm scared. Imagine the rest of our team. Throwing them in there.
Yeah.
So another place we went, Connor loves this place. So much so, she's been there 3 times or just
Only
2?
2 times.
About to be 3.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go again this weekend.
Clio, the new Mediterranean infused restaurant downtown, like right in the old market, which for some reason I thought it was going to be closer to the
Riverfront?
Yeah.
I actually thought that too. I think because Clio is the new concept from Flagship Restaurant Group, and Flagship is the same group that opened Memoir. So in my head, I thought they were going to be next to each other, but they're not. But Clio is in the old wheat fields space, if you guys know where that is.
Right next to La Colonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was very good. Do you want to give your experience first, and then I can give my experience?
So I walked in there, and it's kind of like being transported to Greece. That's how I'd think about it. And I've never really been out of the country, so maybe you'll think of a different place.
I would agree with that. It feels it doesn't feel like you're in Omaha at all. Like, they did a really good job with the decor.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. They have this big flower thing that covers the whole ceiling. It comes up right from the middle. And I just love all the decorations. I'm big into that sort of thing. But gosh, so pretty. The food, very good. I did have to try a few different things because, again, it's Mediterranean infused. And I don't think I've ever had Mediterranean food at all.
Really?
I guess I've had pita.
Okay.
But that's about it, I would say.
Never falafel? Mm-mm.
Whoa. Remember, I just tried it off of your plate.
Yeah, you did try mine.
And I was like, it's kind of like cornbread, and I love cornbread, so.
Did you realize that we took leftovers and we took each other's leftovers home?
Oh, no.
I opened mine up and I was like, this is Delaney's meal.
I haven't even looked at it.
So you have my falafel. So you have to try falafel again now.
Wow. Enjoy the kofta. Is that
I don't even remember what you got.
It's like a beef kebab. Kofta?
Yeah. The rice and it was good. I ate it already.
Good.
It's like, she's not getting this back.
No, it was good. Well, I don't know if I would have been disappointed opening the box or not, but it's still sitting in my fridge. I had some other leftovers to eat first.
We get a lot of leftovers in this job.
Yeah. Oh, and what else did we have? The ceviche type stuff.
Oh, yeah. It was, I should have written this down.
I don't think I wrote it down either, and I should have been taking notes.
Oh my God, this is going to bother me. I can't remember. Yeah, it's basically like Mediterranean ceviche. I just can't remember the actual name of the type of fish that it was. But if you like ceviche, you would love this stuff.
And even if you don't know if you like ceviche, it was all right.
Delaney's our picky eater of the group, which is ironic considering her job.
Because I go everywhere. But I do go out of my way to try things I wouldn't normally try.
Yeah. We were thinking it'd be funny to make a series on our agency account because we post a lot of behind the scenes on there of Delaney trying different foods and her reaction. So anytime she would take a bite at Clio, I'd film her reaction to it and get her opinion on how it was. But there wasn't anything that you just flat out didn't like at Clio, right?
No. Okay. And I love the ganoush.
Yeah. Baba ganoush.
Baba ganoush.
Yeah. So me, on the other hand, I'll eat anything. And I loved Clio. I think one of my favorite meals I've ever had in Omaha. And I didn't even realize that we didn't really have a lot of Mediterranean food until I went there. And I was like, why have I never had this in Omaha before? And I just think it was okay. The food itself was extremely good in my opinion, but it was the food and the service and the decor. Like if you guys have seen photos on like posted on social media of Clio, because they've been running ads and stuff, the photos like do not do the inside justice. Like I thought really the photos are gorgeous, but then I walked in and I was like, there are a million little corners in this place that are so beautiful that you can't even like fit every like photos of every part of that restaurant into a social media post. So even if you've only seen it on social media, like you're still going to be surprised. Then the service was just amazing. All of the waiters were so nice. The first time I went was on my birthday, and I had made a reservation and they said like, are you celebrating something? So I checked birthday, and when we got to our table, they had left a birthday card sitting on the table. Aww. And all of the staff that night had signed it. And I was like, just little touches like that, just above and beyond. So
yeah. And I also like always think it's very cool when they have an open kitchen.
Yeah.
Like you can see right in there.
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys are very confident.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like a lot of people hide it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you're sitting at the bar, because it's right next to the bar. Mm-hmm. And then all of that's going on. Kind of like Memoir, but maybe not as front and center.
Yeah. Yeah, when I was filming like their wine wall, I was literally like in the kitchen when I was filming that. Because they also have a wine club. So I don't know a whole lot about wines or anything like that, but from my understanding, all of the wines that they have there are from like the Mediterranean area, and it's not just Greece that they like bring stuff in from. It's like Greece and Turkey, and I think like Armenia, and a bunch of different countries in that like Mediterranean area. And so same with their wines are all from that area, and a lot of the wines on their menu are not carried by any other place in Omaha, or maybe any other place in like Nebraska or the Midwest. So if you guys are big wine people, that is definitely one to check out. And then they also have a wine club. I forget how much it is per month, but I know you get 3 bottles. I want to say it's like around $80 a month or something.
That's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, for like, and I think, I want to say the wines in the wine club are also not even on their menu. I could be lying
very
about
cool.
that.
They're probably testing it out and seeing what the wine club thinks before they bring it in.
Yeah, I really want to join the wine club, but I'm like, I do not need to be drinking 3 bottles of wine a month. So I need to split that with somebody. Might make my mom split it with me. But yeah, great new restaurant. I love.
And their patio's also so pretty.
So cute. Yeah. I was surprised by that, because that was another part that like I had not seen photos of their patio before I went. Like they weren't in.
And then we took them.
And then we took the photos. And yeah, I think it's the second slide on our patio post that
I wanted to get people's attention with the second one.
Yeah.
And I knew people would be asking about it.
I think one person did ask about it. But we also tagged all of the businesses like in those photos, because a lot of people were asking like, what photo is number 6? I'm like, just go look at the tag.
We've got all that information for you.
Yep. Okay. Well, yeah. Busy week.
While we're talking about food, we did get some listener questions. One of the questions, which actually happened to be from my brother's girlfriend, was what was the most out-of-the-box food you have tried? Do you want to start us off, Connor?
Okay, yeah. Delaney pulled this question, but I added one of my own answers. So mine has been fufu from, I had it at Chema's African Cuisine, which when I filmed at Chema's like a year ago or something, they had a brick and mortar. Since then, they have transitioned to only being a food truck. And I had honestly never even heard of fufu. Have you heard of fufu? I don't know
what that is, yeah.
I can't even tell you what it is. It kind of looks like mashed potatoes.
Okay.
Like it's white and kind of fluffy looking, and it kind of has the same consistency as mashed potatoes, but it's like solid. I don't know.
Interesting.
Like the top of it is solid, but then when you like
scoop into it's fluffy.
Yeah. But in the video that we had posted a while ago, my mom is like taking a forkful. So you like take some fufu and then you can like dip it in something.
Oh.
So I think, did I write down what we got? No, I didn't. But yeah, we dipped it in some sort of like curry or something. But my mom was eating it like with a fork, like took some and then dipped it. And some people in the comments were like, oh my God, why are you eating fufu with a fork? I was like, I've never even heard of fufu until I ate at this restaurant. So please don't make fun of us.
We're just girls.
We're just girls. But it was really good.
I always ask like my friend who's a foodie how to eat things.
Oh.
Because I don't know. It's kind of like when I asked you about the dips when we had those like little things of pita. I'm like, so do I just tear parts of this off and dip it? And you're like, yeah. But I always ask that. I'm like, I don't know how to do it. I've never eaten this food before.
Yeah, that is smart. I should start doing that.
Well, if we go places by ourselves, we're not going to know the difference.
Yeah, true.
And I don't know what I'm ordering until I get there. So
yeah. Or you can ask the like workers
I have asked a person before how to eat it. Like, so do people just normally do it like this? And they're like, yeah. I think it was actually with the bone marrow pate.
Oh yeah, that was
that I mentioned on my list because that was probably the strangest thing because it was like sitting in a bone, and I felt like
bone.
Yeah.
What?
It was on a bone.
I don't even know what bone marrow pate is.
I don't really understand it, but it's a dip still.
Oh.
Made of bone marrow, I assume.
Okay.
But yeah, it came out in a bone at Nick's Quorum Bar and Supper Club. And I looked at it, and we didn't order it. It was just something that they wanted to bring out.
Okay.
Or maybe they had recommended. I can't remember. But yeah, I think they're supposed to bring like chips or something, or yeah, they did bring out chips, but I think it could also be like a pita situation as well.
Okay.
And then there are like different sections of the dip. Like they had like these red berries. What was in the dip the other day? The same.
Oh, pomegranate seeds?
Thank you.
Red berries.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Moving past that. But yeah, it like that was probably my favorite part. Was that extra flavor because without it, it tasted like I was eating dog food.
Oh.
Very
so you needed
bony.
that like
I needed that like juicy, like fruity flavor.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was interesting. I don't know that I would order it again, but I've asked people since then, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I love bone marrow pate."
Really?
And I was like, interesting.
It sounds fancy. Like just the word
it's good
pate.
for you.
Pate?
We don't know.
You guys will tell us if we're pronouncing this wrong.
But yeah, that's probably the weirdest out of the box thing that I've ever had.
That's a pretty out of the box one. That's not something you hear every day.
No, I didn't. And they brought it out because it's not too heavily around here, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was in a bone. And
so the bone was like the bowl.
Yeah.
Kind of. Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Huh.
Which I wasn't sure how I felt about that.
What kind of bone was it?
A big one. It was big.
Okay, I'll have to try that.
Some other ones. When I went to Okra, the African grill, I tried lamb for the first time and surprisingly loved it.
Yeah, lamb's good.
And those, it's kind of like, plantains.
Plantains.
Yeah. And I tried those for the first time, which I knew they're like a family of the banana.
Yeah.
And that was really good as well.
Ooh.
So don't be afraid to try new things because now I'm going to be going back to Okra all the time.
Really?
I really loved it.
Okay. Did you have actual okra at Okra? So you should try that.
I'm not sure. I had my friend make the bowl for me so that I wouldn't choose. Because it's kind of like a Subway situation where you like make it and they make it for you, but you're on the other end.
Yeah.
And I was like, I have no idea how I want to make this bowl. So somebody else can just throw stuff in there and I'll eat it. Very good though.
Okra is like, I think it's a vegetable. It's like green and can like cook it up. Kind of like a green bean, but like a little bigger.
Okay. I tried everything Nina gave me. Nina is the owner of Okra. Lovely lady.
Yeah.
But I tried everything she gave us.
Okay.
And there was even this like weird, it's kind of like a shake, but it's like a palate cleanser, but also dessert.
Okay.
But it has like kind of a rice-ish. I think it's made out of rice. But yeah, it was interesting. All the stuff I tried was really interesting there.
But you would go back to Okra?
Absolutely. And I wouldn't have ever walked in there had I not gone specifically for work.
Do you think that, like, because I think when we were at Clio, you said you'll try anything. You just obviously won't order it again if you don't like it.
Right.
But did you have that mindset before you started this job? Where you
definitely
would try?
no.
Really?
Nope, not a chance. And even when I go out, like after, like when I'm not working, people will make fun of me for like eating the picky things that I like.
Yeah.
Or like not having as many toppings on my tacos or like whatever. I'm like, I go around Omaha all day and I try everything that I can possibly try. So when I'm on my personal like eating time, I can be as picky as I want.
Yeah.
It's my time to do that because I am adventurous like during work.
Yeah. You're like, I have earned this pickiness.
Yes. I have earned these chicken strips or these beef and cheese tacos. Leave me alone.
That's funny. I do love that Omaha has, like, we listed 3 things. I'm sure there's like tons of other really like unique foods that Omaha offers that we haven't even tried yet. But I feel like for a Midwestern city, we have some good options. Yeah. As far as like other.
Dan said that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think
you can
did.
get food from all over the globe right here in Omaha.
Yeah, which is cool because I feel like you can't say that for all Midwestern cities.
And a lot of it is really authentic, which is something that I am getting used to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Instead of the American infused version of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always, we like the authentic stuff. Because it's always going to taste better, too, if it's authentic.
True.
Rather than, like...
And definitely it feels more healthy as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I always think that with my tacos.
Yeah.
Beef and cheese tacos are definitely not as nutritious.
Do you have a go-to taco place?
No. Oh. I usually pick them up from food trucks.
Oh, okay.
And I tried to not... like tell them what I wanted on. I tried to just like take the whole thing. Okay. And then I put this hot sauce on there by accident. I didn't know it was the hottest one.
Oh.
Salsa.
Yeah.
I about died. Honestly, like I can't do spicy foods. So that I was at the art festival, the Omaha
Summer Arts Festival.
Thank you. Yeah. It was coming. But yeah, I just stopped at a taco truck when I was walking through there and got that, and my mouth was just like on fire.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, ice cream time.
That's funny. Okay. One of the questions that I pulled, I guess I only pulled one today, but best day trips from Omaha. I love talking about stuff like this. So I went, not this last fall, but 2 falls ago, my full-time hobby was to like go a couple hours from Omaha just for like a little day trip, and I would go to like a state park and then go visit the little town that was like near the state park. It was so much fun, and I just did like little solo days. We'd go for like solo hikes and stuff. But one of the best places that I went that fall was Indian Cave State Park, which I know that a lot of people do go there, so it's not like I didn't discover that or anything. Yeah. But yeah, you can go to Indian Cave State Park. And it's about an hour and a half south of Omaha. It's like just south of Nebraska City, which is also another good
stop
day trip.
Arbor Day Farm.
Yep. Go visit Arbor Day Farm. Go to, there's like a big white house. I don't know what it's called. Arbor Day Mansion, maybe.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. But anyways, an hour and a half south, Indian Cave State Park. There is a cave. I was not impressed with the cave. It's literally just a rock, but they call it a cave. I don't know.
So it's not a cave?
I mean, I think you can go like maybe like 5 steps under it.
Oh.
I think there's like a whole, actually there is a whole story behind it because I posted a post about the whole like day trip after I went, and this girl DM'd me, and I forget the actual story, but she said her grandfather, I think, like I think the cave was kind of man-made. I think it might have been on accident. I can't remember. But it was like this girl's grandfather was the one who like blew up the side of this rock or something. I'll have to go back and look at the story.
And why is it like a state park, the significance of the
Well, there's
cave?
like a bunch of hiking trails around too.
Okay.
So I think that this cave just like happened to be created like in this nature area.
Interesting.
Yeah, but it's like right on the Missouri River. So the hikes surprised me a lot more than the cave did. I was very underwhelmed by the cave. But if you guys like hiking, I don't know how many miles of trails there were. I think I did like a 3-mile hike when I was there. But it was surprisingly very beautiful. And it's kind of hilly. So it's like you kind of feel like you get a good hike in. And there's a lot of cool views of the river. So that was kind of cool.
Fun.
And yeah, it was beautiful. And then you can go to Brownville, which is it's like the closest town to the state park. And Brownville was so cute. They have, I think it's literally called Main Street, just like a little old fashioned Nebraska town. They had a coffee shop, an ice cream place, like a thrift store. I was looking at around on the map when I was writing this down, and they have like a little local theater where they do plays and stuff. It's also right on the river, and I think they have river cruises that leave from Brownville.
Oh, wow.
So it's a little like happening town.
The Brownville is the hidden gem.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. I would agree with that. I would like to go back there and go to like an event because I think they have like a big annual event. I don't know if it's a market. It might be some sort of market, but I think it happens every fall. So
Cute.
yeah,
I love
that is a
that.
good day trip from Omaha. Then another one that I feel like people should be talking about this more. So obviously like there's lots to do in Lincoln, but specifically Robbers Cave. Did you know there's a real cave? I like caves. I don't know if you knew that, but I do really like caves. That's why both of my answers are cave related, but there's a giant cave in the middle of Lincoln.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Interesting, though.
And like in the middle of the city, not like outside.
Weird.
And you would never know that it was there if you were just driving by. Like, you just park in the parking lot and then, like, go into this building. And then they take you, like, to the basement of this. And, like, it's an event center because they have, like, they'll have, like, weddings and stuff.
Can you go? Is it a bigger cave?
Yeah, it's big.
Okay.
And they're pretty active on Instagram. So I think if you just look up Robbers Cave Tours, I think is their Instagram name or Instagram account. But I forget the guy's name, the tour guide. He's been doing it for like 20 years or something, super knowledgeable about like all of the history. And I just remember all the stories that he would tell about like how the cave even came to be in the first place. I think it might have been like an old mining cave.
Oh, cool.
And then he has like all these funny stories of like the Husker football team back in like the 70s like broke in and like had a party there or something. Just like funny tidbits like that it makes for a really, really interesting tour if you guys are into like history and stuff. And yeah, it's like a proper cave that you can like walk into. It's completely different than the Indian Cave State Park.
So cool.
Yeah.
I
So
like
good
all the
day trips.
historic like trolleys and the tour guide stories.
Yeah.
Like some of them are real, some of them are not.
Yeah.
But I just like that there's a little like true tidbit in each of them.
Yeah. Wait.
So I really need to do the Joslyn Castle neighborhood tour with Holly.
You would like that. You should have gone to Press Fest this year.
I really should have, but I didn't really know what it was. I don't know where I went instead either. I might have been out of town.
I think you might have been out of town that weekend because
Bummer.
I went to that. It was also raining that day though. I was there for like 15 minutes. I should have done the trolley tour since that
would've
was
been
like
fun.
covered.
Yeah.
But also the Durham, I think they're like very limited. It's not like a regular thing that they do, but I think they do like different themed trolley tours.
Fun.
So they like start and end at the Durham. And I know I was trying to get one for my mom a couple years ago, and I think we were actually, I don't even remember, like an old restaurant tour maybe. I don't remember. They all have different themes, and they like will drive around.
Fun.
So yeah, it's fun stuff like that they can do.
All right. The last question we got was the best place for a black dress suit and tie type date in Omaha.
This one was hard.
This was interesting question because I go to a lot of places and I just wear like, you know, close to what I'm wearing now or something kind of casually similar, but still like looks nice.
Yeah.
And that usually gets me by for everywhere I go. I think a lot of the restaurants that are fine dining, it's kind of like make it what you want.
Yeah.
But we did come up with some ideas. So the Boiler Room, definitely more of a fine dining restaurant. Jay Gilbert's as well. Memoir, it could be either or, I would say. And maybe it depends on the time of day you go. Like brunch might be more casual. And then
dinner would be
I definitely
fancier.
Dressed up at night when I went there for a little date. Chivo Vino, also really pretty space. You can dress up as much as you want as well, and it wouldn't be weird. Though I'm all for being confident no matter what you're wearing.
Yeah.
I once dated someone who said that they purposely dressed down at fine dining restaurants for fun. And I was like, could never be me.
Wait, were they like trying to prove a point, or
I think they
like,
just...
what was the reason?
I think, yeah, kind of.
I don't see you with somebody like that.
No, that's why it didn't work out.
You like to dress up.
Moving on. Nick's Corn Bar and Supper Club. I just feel that way, like about dressing up there, just because they've got like some jazz playing, you know, in the background, and it's kind of low lit, you know? So check out some of those places, and if anybody has any other ideas, let us know, because we have a long list of fine dining restaurants we need to go get content of.
Yeah, I feel like the fine dining and like steakhouses specifically is definitely that category that we lack the most.
Right.
Because like, I don't know, I don't mind steak, but I'm not like a huge steak person. So like the 2 years that it was just me doing Omaha Places, I never really reached out to them. I never went to them like organically. So I just had never really posted about any. And
don't you worry, I love steak, so I will volunteer.
Everybody
myself.
Suddenly sees us posting like
steak
new
after steak
places.
after steak.
The other one that I think I'm going to add to this is Sullivan's, that I think is also a steakhouse. I've only done their tasting dinners at Sullivan's. They've invited us to a couple, but they have done like, I think I did a whiskey tasting there. So it's like, and a whiskey tasting and a wine tasting. So it's like a 4-course thing. Prepare to drink a lot, because I was not prepared for that the first time, and we had to call a friend to come drive us home. But it was a good time, and it's kind of, again, what you make of it. I don't know. I think the regular dinners, not the tasting dinners, are a little bit more fancier. Some people were kind of a little more casual for the tasting dinner.
A lot of times I just go off of like what the waiters are wearing. Because if they're
smart.
like in a tie, then it's like, ooh, upscale.
Fancy, yeah.
But if not, you know, like, yeah, I don't know. Just dress up if you want to. If not, like, be yourself. I don't know.
Do you.
Yeah. Whatever makes you feel comfortable in your skin.
Yeah, agreed. All right, should we move on to events? There are a lot of events happening that weekend. We have a lot to talk about. Okay, so these are going to be events from June 27th to the 30th. If it's past this date, if you're binging episodes or something, this will be a little out of date. But you guys can always go look at our What's Happening in Omaha This Weekend videos that come out every Thursday morning. And we also have a newsletter that comes out every Thursday morning. So you can go subscribe to that, go watch our videos. But we list these events in the podcast, because the podcast comes out every Wednesday. So you get a little sneak peek at events that are coming up that weekend. So you can plan a whole day early. So the first one that I wrote down was Dundee Welcome Weekend, which is always such a fun weekend. There's just like so much going on in Dundee.
I had no idea.
I was surprised you didn't write this one down, because I wrote this down this morning.
I knew I didn't want to do the Memorial Park concert, and I know those two kind of go hand in hand, because I've never been to it. So I was like, I'll let Connor talk about it.
Okay, I see. So yeah, Dundee Welcome Weekend is June 28th to the 30th. And then also the Memorial Park concert and fireworks is June 28th. And that is always like a huge event in Omaha. I grew up going to that. Like, I have very distinct memories of going every year. And this year, Roger Daltrey from The Who is playing. It's
Big
a
deal.
completely free concert. They bring in like good people every year. It's always free. So if you guys are new to Omaha, like that is something to look forward to every single year. And they have fireworks at the end.
Love fireworks.
Yeah, same. And so you bring your own food, bring your own drinks, bring some blankets, lawn chairs, go post up in Memorial Park. I remember last year it wasn't quite as busy as I remember it being in previous years, because when I was younger, we would like go like wake up at 6 a.m., go like put a tarp out and like save our spot and then go home for the whole day and then go back, because it would just get like so crowded. You had to like get a good spot. So I'm sure some people still do that, but
even when I was looking at the Dundee welcome weekend, they're like, save your spot and then come hang out with us.
Oh yeah.
I think they'll have the trolley going back and forth from Memorial Park to Dundee.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. So yeah, it's a good time. And then for the rest of welcome weekend, like pretty much all of the businesses in Dundee have some sort of special going on. I saw a lot of the restaurants are doing like 10% off, 15% off, stuff like that. I saw that Bar 3 will have free bar classes. Wow. I didn't even know that you were going to mention bar classes earlier, but you could go try a new bar place.
Could.
There was like 5 different classes for free. Dundee Candle is doing buy one, get one free candles. So there's just tons going on. They will have, I think, probably like vendors out in the street, and everyone's just going to be hanging out in Dundee this weekend. So that'll be a good one.
And then Late Nights at the Zoo is back this weekend. So tomorrow, starting from 7 and going until 10:30. For those adults who like to have the zoo to themselves.
No kids.
Like me.
Are you going to go?
Yes, I'm going for OP. So
nice. Yeah,
I'm excited. I'm taking a bunch of friends with me, hopefully. And then Night Market is back again at Turner Park. These are all like reoccurring events, but still fun to go to. In Midtown Crossing, that's happening June 28th from 6 to 10. There'll be live music from the Redwoods and the Omaha Street Percussion, which was actually in my hometown not too long ago. And
really?
My mom was like, have you ever heard of them? They're amazing. The kids loved them.
Aww.
Yeah, so they'll be
That's
there
so
at the night market. So I thought I'd mention that. And then there'll be over 40 local vendors and tons of outdoor activities to experience.
Also,
family-friendly activity for sure.
Fun fact, so Night Market is helped organized by a local collective, which is the same organizers who help us with our Omaha Places market. So they do an excellent job, top-notch vendors, top-notch execution. So good event all around to go.
So go support them and check them out.
Yeah.
And then the Water Lantern Festival, which I really want to go to.
I was going to say, we should have someone go and film, because that would be fun.
That's happening June 29th from 6 to 10. It does require tickets. It's happening in the Jean Leahy Mall, and they'll just have lanterns lit up in the water floating.
Yeah. I don't actually know what all of this festival entails. I think in my head, I was thinking of like
the big lanterns that fly away.
That fly away.
These just sit in the water, so I'm imagining they're just floating.
Okay. So just like lights up the whole like riverfront area.
Yeah. I'm going to have to figure it out, but it is voted #1 festival by USA Today.
Wow.
So it must be good.
They beat out Junkstock.
Really?
Junkstock is also on that list. Wow. I don't know what number Junkstock is, but
well, it doesn't say what year, so maybe Junkstock is still.
Yeah, sometimes those are a little.
Sometimes people
like to just put a little stamp on their festival.
Yeah, but anyway, it must be good. So
yeah, it got recognized at some point.
We're gonna try and go check that out for you, so you can go the next year. Or
I wonder if it'll be like just the water on like the Jean Leahy Mall part, or if they'll move down to Heartland of America Park area.
It looked like it was in that Jean Leahy Mall area, like in front of that big statue.
Yeah. Okay. I feel like they could make it 10 times cooler if like, imagine like the little lake in Heartland of America Park.
Maybe they will.
Because that is like a really decent sized lake. Like if that whole thing was covered with these like really pretty glowing lanterns.
And I wonder if they just turn them all on at the same time. I don't know
how that works.
I don't really know.
I'm pretty sure this festival happens every year though.
I tried to get as much information from it as possible, but the description itself was just vague.
Oh,
that's like they're just leaving it up to you to come here and find out for yourself.
They're adding some mystery in there. That will get people.
But it's going to look magical.
Yeah.
I wonder.
Photos look really cool. And I've been getting a ton of ads for it.
Same.
Yeah.
So they're doing a good job advertising.
Yeah. Get those Instagram story ads. Those get me every time.
Do you get the one with the piano player with the like it all lit up around them?
Is it an ad for the Water Lantern Festival?
Wonder.
No, I think I just get the one where like they're like all in the water.
I keep trying to figure out what
different ad brackets.
What that concert thing is, but it's similar vibes.
I'm probably gonna get it now.
Now that I'm talking about it, our phones are listening.
Yeah. All right. Anything else you want to add for this week?
I think that's it.
All right. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Omaha Places podcast. We'll see you guys next week.
See ya.